Now next we have a BBC investigation into the issue of child marriage in Sri Lanka. Although the legal age for marriage is 18, there's a decades-old law that only applies to Muslim women that allows younger girls to get married. And there's now a campaign to get this law changed. We're going to hear the experience of one girl now. We're not going to name her, but she's been talking to BBC Sinhala and describing the domestic violence that she suffered after being forced into marriage when she was 15. You may find details of her story distressing.
அவன்ட நானும் இவனும் சேர்ந்து சொல்றானுங்க நான் இன்னொரு பொடி வேற ஒரு பொடியன்னு சொல்றான் யாரோ ஒரு தமிழ் பொடியன் கூட எனக்கு தொடர் பீக்குதான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பாபா உண்டவனப்ப சொல்றான் பாபா கூட அவன்ட இல்ல நான் வேற ஒருத்தனுக்கு பாபாவை கலைச்சிரு இது நம்மட எந்த புள்ள இல்ல இது வேற ஒருத்தன் புள்ளதான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி தூக்கி நிலத்துல அடிச்சான் காலத்துல நெரிச்சு அடிச்சு தூக்கி நிலத்துல அடிச்சு விட்டுட்டு போய்தான் போட்டு அடி அடின்னு அடிச்சு நீ இல்லாத மாதிரி அடிச்சு தும்பு கட்டாலையெல்லாம் அடிச்சு போட்டு விட்டுட்டு போயிட்டான்.
We're going to hear more about that woman's experience in a moment, but just to add some context, South Asia has the highest rate of child marriage. 17% of women are married by the age of 15, 45% are married by the age of 18. Now, Suraj Patarana from BBC Sinhala has carried out this investigation. I'm sure there'll be some viewers wondering why it is this national law, which says women must be 18 before they get married, doesn't apply to some Muslim girls.
Yes, sir. As you correctly said, the national law applies to everybody, irrespective of any religion or nationality or anything at all. But particularly for Muslim community in Sri Lanka, there is a special law called Muslim Marriage and Divorce Act, which was passed in 1951. So that it does not name any age limit at all. So Muslim community, only the Muslim community, which is about 10% of the population in Sri Lanka, are allowed to get married. Their parents, guardians are allowed to get their children, get their daughters married at any particular age. No, there is no age limit at all.
And presumably there are people within the Muslim community in Sri Lanka who defend that right for girls to get married at this age.
There are many. There are many. For the community, you know, it is the women, actually, Muslim women activists who have been campaigning for years, but their calls have not been heeded. But the thing is, at the same time, there is a huge protest or campaign against that call by a section of the community. Not every man. There are so many men, liberal men, who are supporting their call. They say there should be an age limit for the Muslim girls also to get married. But at the same time, there are certain community groups as well as religious organizations opposing this. But they say, I spoke to Tawhid Jamaat organization in Sri Lanka. They told me that they are okay for the MMDA, Muslim Marriage and Divorce Act, to be amended, but they would not support any call for an age limit to be set for the Muslim girls to be married.
And just before we finish, I'm sure lots of viewers would like to hear if you stayed in touch with that girl who we heard in the interview. Is she getting the support that she needs?
I am in touch with the girl. I'm in touch with the organization that supports her. The same organization has supported about 250 such girls, so girls who have got married at underage marriages, and they are giving every support, counseling, legal support, as well as other community support. But at the same time, I have to tell you this. All these girls, as well as these organizations, are coming under immense pressure, and they are facing serious threats from some sections of the community.
Suraj, thank you for coming in, sharing your investigation. Those of you watching, you can find more from Suraj and his colleagues from BBC Sinhala on the BBC News website right now on that particular story. Well, that ends this edition of Outside Source. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I'll be back with you in half an hour here on BBC World News with a longer, extended edition of Outside